it's my job to teach you how to find this kind of a definite integral when one of the limits of integration is infinite. So the way we do that, and that's why we've been practicing like we have for the last couple of days, is we are actually going to rewrite this like this. We are going to say, I want the limit as some value other than x. How about t? I think your book uses b. Whatever, I'm going to use t. You can use any variable other than x, because x, or whatever's in the problem. So since x is in the problem, I want something else. I want the limit as t approaches infinity from 1 to t of 1 over x squared dx. That's a t up there. So, do you see how I'm going to handle this? Maybe you can foresee what's going to happen. Now I'm just going to integrate this as if it's just a t, a variable. So I'm going to do this just like we did over here. And when I plug in the upper limit of integration, it'll have a t. And then the last step, we'll be taking the limit of that. So that's why we had to do all that limit stuff, so we could do that well. All right, so what was the integral again, Aaron, of 1 over x squared?
Negative 1 over x.
All right, so we don't have to go through that who struck again. So I have the limit as t approaches infinity of negative 1 over x from 1 to t. All right, Morgan, you stick in the t first into this expression and then the 1.
Okay, negative 1 over t.
Right, so I have negative 1 over t, and then how do we handle this one?
Minus a minus 1.
Right. So, cleaning that up a little bit, I have the limit as t approaches infinity of negative 1 over t plus 1. I'll put the plus 1 first, and that is the same thing. So, now we have to take the limit as t approaches infinity, and we've been doing ones much harder than that one. So we breathe a sigh of relief, and Gianni, what's the answer to this when t goes to infinity? This expression becomes?
The 1 over infinity is 0.
Right, so this is a 0, so the whole thing is?
1.
1. So, does it make sense to you that the area under this curve, 1 over x squared, from 1 to infinity, covers the area of 1? Doesn't matter if it makes sense, it's true. Exactly true. It's exact, it's not a guess. It is 1. All right, when an integral comes like this, when we have an infinite limit of integration and we come out with a number, we says that the integral is convergent. Should we make a movie? We'll call the movie The Integral is Convergent. How about that? All right. So, how about I'm going to have to get, how are you with this in here, the pink?
Oh, yeah, I
You got the pink? All right, good job. We're working in tandem here. Alrighty, let me see if you can do one. Can you do the same sort of integral? What do I want you to start at? 1? I think it was 1. Alright, I want to ask you to do 1 to infinity of 1 over x. So I want you to find this integral. And while we're working, Gianni, you can shut down the video. We're going to do this in little pieces, Brendan. So we're all going to work on this one and try to use the same skills we learned earlier on this one. Thanks.